Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. 4:50 in the morning. I didn't get a lot of footage from last night, but we're on our way to Tough Like RORR, Pennsylvania. Left Ontario, I don't know, maybe left my house around, it was after 5, probably around 5 o'clock. Drove until probably around 11, pulled over and slept in the truck. You can see back there I set up a little bed. Thankfully I don't have the Tacoma anymore, so in the new truck lots of room. So had a little sleep, and we are on our way to Tamaqua, Pennsylvania. So I'm hoping to get there before 7. The first race is at 9. The last chance qualifiers in the afternoon, and well, then I think it's on the way home, so we'll see. But race prep is not perfect. Life gets in the way. Wasn't able to, leave kind of when I would have probably preferred to leave. It would be nice to maybe already be there. Certainly would have been nice to get some better sleep the night before, but it is what it is. So we'll tough it out and we're gonna make this thing happen. 40 plus A is the class I'm gonna run. So, but the bike's working good. I feel pretty good. Hopefully I can get the sleepiness out of me here before 9 o'clock, and let's get racing. All right, we just got into Tamaqua, Pennsylvania. So we are here at Tough Like RORR. It is 10 to 7. So I made pretty good time. Probably could have slept a bit longer, but I got about 2 hours before race number 1. So for today, I'll lean over here. So for today, we got Saturday Tough Race 1's at 9 a.m. That is a 1-lap 10-mile course. That's whatever that is, 16 kilometers or give or take a little bit. But if I know RORR, that's going to be fun. It doesn't say anything about a time limit, but certainly for the, it doesn't say a time limit. Saturday, again, so after Tough Race 1, there is the last chance qualifier. That is a 1-lap 7-mile course. That one does have a 90-minute, that you have to finish that one in 90 minutes. At 4 o'clock, the race is over, regardless of where you are on the course. Now, last year there was, if I'm being honest, I know they put on a great event here, but last year was pretty bad as far as delays throughout the day. Some of the scoring got messed up last year, and I remember starting the last chance qualifier very, very late in the day. So it would be really nice. Anyway, it would be really nice if things were kept on time today, and if racing was actually done by around 4 o'clock. That would be amazing. So I think it's the top 120 riders from race 1 actually go right to the main event. And then there's the last chance qualifier, which is they take the 10 top riders. So you have to be within the top 130 riders to make it to the main. And then the main event itself is, next level difficulty. It says right on it, it's designed to test and challenge elite pro riders. So, I love the trails down here. I've had a blast at every race. I've gotten feeling pretty bad and pretty sick after the race here. If you're not careful, there is quite a bit of humidity, and the canopy here is really thick and it holds it in the woods. But I'm going to approach it today and try to have some fun. I'm coming off a broken ankle in January. It's still not 100%, certainly not 100%. And I've gotten some riding in this year, but I'm not conditioned the way I normally would be. I would have spent kind of the entire late winter, early spring really starting to pick up cardio wise, but with a broken ankle, that was really difficult. So, I certainly don't feel like I'm, completely out of shape, but I'm certainly not in the type of shape I would prefer to be, especially for this event. So we'll see how it goes. I don't expect I'm going to be in the top 130 riders. I do not expect to be racing on Sunday. Tough Race 1 and the Last Chance Qualifier are awesome events and races. They're a lot of fun. It looks like they've changed it. Last year we did 2 laps for race 1. This year it's 1 lap, but it's a longer course. And then the afternoon, like I said, is 1 lap. I think it's 7 miles, and then that's it. So about 17 miles of riding, but I think that probably translates to about the equivalent of 50 to 60 kilometers of easier riding, because I don't know, sometimes these can take quite a bit. So anyway, we'll get the bike unloaded and start getting ready for this thing.
Remove your hat. Helmets can stay on, obviously, so thank you.
All right, so here we go. We are at the starting line for race 1 on Saturday morning for Tough Like RORR. Had to line up. It was rows of 6, and there was a whole heck of a lot of rows here. You lined up, and it was a dead engine start with hands above your head. So we're going to do that here in a second. So he's just explaining some of the rules. It was a bit of a different format than in years past. They tried something new. I hope they actually continue with this format in future years, because it's pretty cool to kind of have race 1 just take place and there not be kind of morning and afternoon classes and trying to fit in an LCQ. So I thought that part of this format was pretty good. So here we go, hands on our heads. And we're off, and I actually got a pretty good start, and it's right about here where the race starts to go downhill. So yeah, I got a pretty good start, but in all honesty, in a race like this, the start is it's important, but definitely is a very, very small battle when considering the overall war. So followed this guy up the hill. Bit frustrated right off the bat here. I'm not sure what happened, but I lost traction on my rear wheel. I still was able to kind of climb up the Beta Found traction when I needed it. I was running a 140 series Kenda gnarly rear tire with a pretty flat moose in it, so I had lots of traction, but it was a lot of humidity down in Pennsylvania typically. I mean, they've moved this race left on in the calendar on purpose to try and get away from some of the absolute crazy heat in July, but it was still very hot. It was about 27 degrees Celsius, and it was still humid. They had some rain a couple days before, so I thought it was pretty slick. You can hear some of my commentary here, but there's a little bit of footage here. I cut out a lot of it. I was in this race for 2 hours plus in the morning. The pros did this in about 45 minutes, which I still think is absolutely crazy. I don't want to talk through the whole video. That's not really my thing, so I'm gonna cut it here until the end. But yeah, sit back, enjoy, especially if you've never done a race like this. I tried to, at least for race 1, include some of the tougher portions, and you can kind of see some of the bottlenecks and stuff that are going to come up a little bit later in the video. They get pretty extreme towards the back half, and it felt like when you were on the course, the beginning portion of the race until check 1 was certainly easier than everything that came after. It progressively got more difficult, and if I was a betting man, I would say that was by design. So anyway, enjoy 20 minutes or 20 minutes of riding. The overall video is about 34 minutes with some preamble at the beginning, so hopefully you enjoy it. And again, watch for some future content coming up very shortly. All right, thanks everybody, and keep the knobby side down.
I should have went with a different tire.
take your time. Just relax. There's going to be more bottlenecks coming. Good job. Coming, coming, coming. Holy shit. These roots are slippery. Jesus Christ. That was crazy. There. That's why I was stopped. Whoa, shit. Yeah. Holy. That's a bottleneck. This is mental. Oh my God. Wow. We must have been here for 20 minutes now. This is so dumb. This is ridiculous. Still here. Ah, shit!
Have fun now?
Yeah. That's okay, bud. Holy. You okay? Holy God. Just keep moving.
Good.
Who designed these things? Woo! Oh my God. Roll it back, man. Roll. You got. There you go. Go ahead, buddy. Go ahead if you want, man. That was fun. You're good, buddy. I can't get around you there. It's fine. I'm not in a bad spot. Don't worry too much. Behind you. Holy cow, man.
All right, if you stuck with me this far in the video, thanks a lot. Just where I ended this video, the GoPro died, and in all honesty, I was in survival mode in this race, and I had another battery, but the race was not going so well, and I was basically at a point where I just wanted it to end, and there was still a lot left. But here's the bike afterwards. As a matter of fact, probably the least amount of damage out of any Tough Like RORR out of the last 3 years. I might have scratched up my new forks just a tiny little bit down at the bottom here. I should probably get some protectors for down there. But having said that, this is actually after a ride in North Bay because I'm late getting this video out. And the bike is working flawlessly. I cut out some of the Tough Like RORR video where in there, I mean, I have tons of excuses for the day. So if you want an excuse, I'll give you one. I could complain about just about anything. But having said that, I was not happy with the front end and I couldn't really figure out why. And I'll be honest with you, I dropped, or I guess raised my forks in my triples, 2 lines, rode in North Bay, and this thing is handling like an absolute dream. I thought the front end felt a little bit vague, in all honesty, even after I put these KYB forks on at Tough Like RORR, but it is working well now. Hey, thanks for sticking with the video. I appreciate it. I tried to cut some of the more interesting stuff. Tough Like RORR, absolutely not a joke. I actually didn't race the LCQ. I did come through the finish line in the morning, but I only got scored at check 2, so I didn't get a DNF, and I certainly positioned, not extremely well, but there was an awful lot of people that got DNFs in the first race. And I was just sitting around afterwards, and my ankle, as you saw in the beginning of the video, I said I was coming off a broken ankle. It was throbbing. I had dabbed quite a few times on it, pretty hard, and it was time. So I decided just to come home, and it was a good decision. I think I was, again, I was overheating, and I learn every single time I race, but it was certainly challenging for me. In my group of riders, I do fairly well, and certainly Tough Like RORR was that was a bit of a next level race for me, even race 1. So these pros and race 3 and Cody Webb finishing and having to go to the hospital after the main, like, those US hard enduros are no joke. So thanks for sticking around. I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll catch you on the trails. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm about to drop about 3 videos, including this one, in kind of short succession. So hopefully you enjoy them, and keep the knobby side down.